Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. It is the 4th of July, and selecting a movie appropriate to the festivities here. Well, I could think of no better title than Silver Bullet, which is the 1985 Stephen King film starring Gary Busey and Corey Haim, and I have an itchy nose. Oh, so itchy. And this film, I recall watching this film as a child with my mother. That's how old it is. She passed away in 1989, so to let you know. And then Drive By Movies, a friend of this channel, actually reviewed this, I think, last year. And they're Amazon affiliate, so I'm going to put a link in the description, and hopefully you can go and watch their review, give them some love. If you do, tell them I sent you, and follow their link, if it's still active, to the film, and they'll be able to make some money. But the premise here is summer has started, and there is a werewolf menacing a small town. And who is going to take down this werewolf with his know-how? Well, a kid in a wheelchair and Gary Busey. Because anything is possible with Gary Busey and enough cocaine, but you never see the cocaine in the movie, although it's clear he's a man that has a problem. Anyway, this is actually a very effective PG-13 horror movie. Is it PG-13? No, it's R-rated. That's a little upsetting because, yeah. No nudity. Unless I missed it. Maybe I fell asleep, but no nudity in this film. You know, this is just one of those films. It's a classic Stephen King. You've got your kids, who are the main characters. You've got the cliche of nobody believes them, and you've got people being ripped to shreds. So it gets an R rating for violence in and of itself. You know, the whole ripping to shred part, and again, the general fact that there's this overlooming of just dread makes this such an effective film. That's why it's such a great horror movie. I mean, yeah, okay. You look at it today, and the werewolf looks a little more like a werebear, in that it's sort of a hulking monster as opposed to the more agile, incredible thing that a werewolf is supposed to be. And again, one of the things that Drive-By Movies mentioned is he doesn't seem to be eating the people he kills. He seems to be, targeting people for no good damn reason. And this is one of the kind of dynamics of this film, is that Stephen King is an author. I remember reading somewhere that he reads 4 hours a day. I think it's in Writing Down, or Stephen King's book on writing, is he reads 4 hours a day and he writes 4 hours a day, and that's, this is what comes out. So it's very, well, we need to have a story here, and the events are kind of triggered without what's called an inciting incident. Why is the werewolf suddenly started killing people? Is he new in town? I mean, does he just stop by? Is he newly a werewolf? None of these things are really answered. But the basic thing about this film is that you have a werewolf, a kid in a wheelchair, and Gary Busey. And all those things together make for a pretty fun time. Now, it's appropriate for the 4th of July because this film passes from early summer. 4th of July is canceled. A lot of us have that problem, and it stretches on until Halloween night. It was originally released in October. So it's a great Halloween film, but it's a general summer film because of the span of it. And I mean, some of the imagery in this does remind me of Jaws. And I will say that upon the third watch, it does get a little stale. This is not a movie you're going to be like, oh my god, we're going to watch this 10 times. This is not Nightmare on Elm Street. There's a reason there were no sequels to this. But, actually, maybe there were sequels to this. I don't know. But the point is, what you have here is a solid werewolf film with some fireworks. There are actually some fireworks in this movie. So yeah, you can watch this and celebrate the 4th of July, even if you don't have some fireworks. You get to see a few, which is a good thing. I think it is anyway. No, no sequels to this particular movie. But yeah. I mean, the werewolf genre is a little on the thin side when it comes to mainstream film, and that's kind of understandable because werewolves are kind of supposed to be big dumb monsters, and they go around and they kill things, and it's go out there and find the dang thing. That's your point about it. In this case, the monster will eventually come to you. So yeah. But it's the 4th of July. You can't go to the beach. You gotta sit home, drink, and watch R-rated movies until the kids go to sleep. Then you're gonna go out there and drink even more and watch a different kind of movie. So this is the movie that is going to be the one that caps your children off because it's got all the right elements to scare the bejesus out of them and make them go to sleep so that, you can go watch the movies that only the boys should be watching while they drink their beer. Yes. Definitely put this on your watch list. It is a solid film. If you were a Stephen King fan, it is a must-watch. But it is definitely a solid film. So if you enjoy Stephen King, you enjoy horror movies, you like big fuzzy monsters, or you want to see some fireworks on film, definitely go check out this movie. That's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Comments below. I'm Richard.
Greetings, capitalist pigs! Cannot see the blood of my enemies Borgoth, reminding you to like and comment on this video. And you can find more of me on the Power Sister Horsies exclusively on Absurd TV. Directed by Mark Schaeffer.